At least 5 people have been killed after a Mahindra Scorpio skidded off the road in the remote area of Kishtwar district in Jammu and Kashmir today. Well, according to the official accident, the Scorpio bearing registration number HR29AG 0648 was travelling from Dangdaru towards Sondar when the vehicle reportedly skidded off the road, rolled down the roadside and fell into the Chenab river below. The impact of the accident prompted an immediate rescue and recovery operation, and a police team from the police station area along with local residents and other personnel reached the accident site shortly after receiving the information about the devastating crash. Rescue teams began searching the entire area and working to recover all those who were travelling in the vehicle. Officials have confirmed that 5 bodies have been recovered from the accident site so far. However, the exact number of people who were inside the Scorpio at the time of the accident remains unclear. Authorities are continuing the search and recovery operation in order to determine whether there were additional passengers in the vehicle. And the identities of the deceased are also being ascertained, as officials are expected to release further information once the identification process is completed and the families of the victims are informed. The accident occurred in a remote and mountainous part of Kishtwar, where difficult terrain and the fast-flowing Chenab river can make rescue operations really challenging and difficult. Local residents joined the police and rescue personnel in reaching the accident site and assisting with the recovery efforts, and the Scorpio was reportedly travelling along the route from Dangdaru towards Sondar when the accident took place. Well, the exact reason why the vehicle lost control and skidded off the road has not yet been established, and police have taken cognizance of the incident and initiated an investigation into the circumstances surrounding the devastating crash that took place in Jammu and Kashmir today. Authorities are expected to examine the road conditions, the vehicle and other possible factors that may have contributed to the accident. Well, the incident has once again drawn attention to the risk that is associated with driving through the mountainous regions of Jammu and Kashmir. Roads in remote areas of Kishtwar can be narrow and difficult to navigate, and with steep slopes and challenging terrain adding to the risk for motorists. Well, for now, rescue and recovery operations remain underway at the accident site, and officials are working in order to establish the total number of passengers who were travelling in the Scorpio and ensure that all the possible victims are accounted for. Well, the tragedy has also claimed at least 5 lives while the investigation continues in order to determine exactly how the vehicle left the road and plunged into the river. Further details are awaited from the authorities, including the identities of the deceased, the final passenger count and the finding of the ongoing investigation. And as rescue teams continue their efforts at the site, authorities are closely monitoring the situation and coordinating the recovery operation in the difficult terrain of area. The accident has left the local community shocked, with residents and police personnel working together in the aftermath of the tragic incident. Notably, at least 5 people were killed after a Mahindra Scorpio plunged into the Chenab river in the remote area of Kishtwar district, Jammu and Kashmir today. And according to the officials, the accident occurred in the area of Dangdaru, and the Scorpio bearing registration number HR29AG 0648 was travelling from Dangdaru towards Sondar when it reportedly skidded off the road, rolled down the roadside and fell into the Chenab river. A police team from the police station area along with the local residents and other personnel immediately reached the spot and launched rescue and recovery operations, and so far 5 bodies have been recovered from the accident site. However, authorities have not yet confirmed how many people were travelling in the vehicle at the time of the accident, and the identities of the deceased are also being ascertained. Rescue operations are continuing in the difficult and remote terrain, while police have taken cognizance of the incident and launched an investigation in order to determine the exact cause of the crash. Officials are examining the circumstances surrounding the accident, while further details regarding the total number of passengers are awaited. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.